Before we go to our lesson today, um, which is actually the start of the body of financial analytics, which is portfolio, stocks. We're going to learn first how to create our projects. Okay, there's a reason why it's best to create an R project where you will save all your RMD files, your data files, your outputs. Okay, so how do we create an R project? We create an R project by going here through file. Okay, either here new project, or you can go here through tools, and then global options. Uh, where's that? Okay, I think I missed it. Okay, anyway, what's important is that we can create a new project by here, file. Okay, so we're not going to open a new R script or a Quant document, notebook, or a markdown. Rather, we're going to open a new project. So it's best to do this when you're working on a particular project, and then you're going to generate several, let's say, RMD files or outputs. It's best to put it in a certain project. Okay, so here I opened a new project, and we will have three choices here. I hope you're following along. So you can either open a new directory, or you can open an existing directory, or a version control. So for our purposes, let's open a new directory. So if I click this, and we're asked, is it a new project? Are we creating a Shiny application, a Quarto project, a website, a blog, or even a book? So we're creating a new project. Let's click this. And then it will now direct us to identify the name of the project. Okay, so let's give this a name, Introduction to Quantmod, because that's our lesson for today. Quantmod is a package, and then it asks us where we want to put this project. So let's browse this, and I'm going to just put it in my desktop, and I'm going to create a folder called new folder. I'm going to call it R projects, and then I'm going to call it FINLYTS Financial Analytics FINLYTS K33. Okay, so from now on, all the files that we're going to discuss in this class, I'm going to put it in this folder. Okay, our projects, FINLYTS K33, open it. All right, this is the folder name, and it will be under this bigger folder, our projects, FINLYTS K33, and then create the project. Okay, so once I create that project, you notice now that, okay, here is the name of the project, Introduction to Quantmod R Studio. And then here also, Introduction to Quantmod. It's under our projects, FINLYTS K33. There. And in the files, it automatically created this meta file, Introduction to Quantmod.r project. So in this environment, in this project, when we save files, it will appear here. When we generate output, it will appear here. And then it saves what we have done. Okay, all the things that we have done related to this are stored in this particular project. So if you want to create another project, for example, it's a different topic now, you can create another project, and all the files related to that will be in that specific project. So this is very convenient, and it's a very efficient way to let's say, work on your files. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to share with you, okay, how many are we now? 16. Okay, I'll open a file. Okay, this PC. We're going to use the okay, desktop. We're going to use the file that we used in the other section. Okay, here, our projects. I should have given this a name. K31, K32. All right, I'm going to share this file with you. Introduction to Quant mode. Okay, so let me share that with you in the chat box. Okay, I didn't open it yet because I can't share it with you if it's open. So let me share that file. This PC, and it's under a desktop. Our projects, this one. Okay, this one. Right? So kindly open that. How do you open that? Of course, you have already this environment and here. Okay, or we can just go to that file that I shared with you. Go to that file and then just open it. Open that file. Okay, do you have it? Or another way is another way to do it is here. Where is that? Okay, this was first. File, open file. Okay, and then this one. Okay. Later na attendance. Huh? Dali, I'm having problem. Ito. Nawala yung ano ko. Wait, nawala yung file ha. Sandali lang class, let me fix this. Control C. I haven't loaded it sa ano. Sorry. I haven't loaded it sa ano natin. Ito na. Okay. I haven't loaded the file dun sa folder natin. All right, so this one, introduction to Quant mode. I'm going to open that. All right. Now, once I open the file open, you notice now that there's a file that appears here. There should be a file that appears here. A while ago, it did not appear because it was in another folder. Okay? It was in another R project. So this time, it's now in Introduction to Quant Mode, R projects FINLYTS K33. So the file now appears here. Okay. So kindly chat, please, if you were able to follow along. Please inform me if you were able to open the file in the R project. For those of you who just came in, please inform me, because you cannot follow along if you don't have the file that I shared. Okay, may I have the confirmation of everyone? Kindly please chat yes if you were able to get the file. And the file should appear here, class, in the files window pane here. So we can see here where the directory where we are in introduction to quant mode. It's in our project FINLYTS K33. Okay. Okay, Carlos, I opened the file, but it's not. Did you save it in the? You should save it in the folder that you created, our projects, and then remember we created an R project introduction to quant mode. When you click this, you should load it here, and then you open it, and that will open in the. Okay, sige. Thank you, Carlos. Any questions, class? Please let's make sure that you're able to follow along. Make sure you have this file already. I'll wait until everyone is able to access the file, and it should appear here, class. No, it should appear here. May I request again your confirmation? Kindly chat, please, if you were another chat, please, from everyone, if you're okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good. All right. How about the others, please? The others, please. I only got around 7 responses, 6 responses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you're 17 here. I'm missing 10 responses. Could you please indicate in the chat box if you're ready, class, if you have the file loaded to your project? Okay. All right. Okay, let me hide the outline. Okay, so let's continue our discussion. So today we're going to start our main topic on financial analytics. We're going to learn how to importing data, importing stock prices, importing other financial data, and then working on that, manipulating that. Okay, so as I said, we have to know how to use the R project to manage files. Okay, and there's a distinct advantage of using R project. Maybe let's Google importance of creating R here. All right, and we have several sites that you can access. Importance of, okay, let's see, maybe from the this is programs. Let me separate this. R projects. Supposed to be, okay, this is because this is project in general. Okay, creating R projects. Creating Here, projects in R. Starting your projects, R projects. Okay, so this one using RStudio projects, POSIT support. Okay, maybe I can share with you the link to this one here. Let me share with you the link, and please find some time to read. And of course, there are other there are other sources. Okay, let me just put that here as a reference. Okay. So from now on, class, every time, for example, we're working on another topic, it's really best to start a new project on that. Here, our first project will be more on quant mode. Okay. So let's now load the packages that we will be needing. So we're going to use tidyquant, quantmod, and TTR. So you know how to install that packages. I'm going to comment it out because I have already installed these packages: tidyquant, tidyquant, and then quantmod, and then the technical trading in R. All right, so these are the packages that I'm commenting it out for you, class. Most probably if you haven't installed these packages, kindly run this. And then afterwards, of course, we know that we should load this. So library, tidyquant, library, quantmod, and also library TTR. Okay, I'll give you a few seconds to load these packages, and when you're done, I'll pause recording for a while. When you're done, okay, is everyone finished? Has everyone installed the packages? The rest, class? Okay. Still downloading. Yeah. Okay, thank you. We'll give you a few more seconds. Yes, Vincent, what's your question?
Sir, it says for tidyquant, it's not available now for this version of R.
Could you share your screen, please? Your spelling of for your installed packages, your spelling of tidyquant is wrong.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Okay, try mo ulit. Try mo muna. Sige. Don't show that first. Okay, then run it, please. So here we can see that R is very particular about the spelling.
Oh yeah, sorry po, my bad.
It's okay. It's okay. And wait for it to be installed. Your console is below. You don't want to reposition it on the upper right.
I'm good po with this, sir. I'm good po with this.
Okay. Okay, so you're done.
All right, thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. How about the others, please? All right, so hopefully the others have already, are the others okay? All right. Okay, thank you. So it's important, class, before we even continue, in my case, I see here some messages. For example, loading required package. So because sometimes a particular package has this has dependencies, and it will also load uh, the other packages that come with it. Otherwise, it will not work. So you can see here loading required packages, a package performance analytics, XTS, zoo. This is needed for quant mode. Okay, attaching package zoo, attaching package performance analytics, and then it will, sometimes it says here that it will mask. Okay, where's that mask here? The following objects are masked from the package base. As that date, that numeric, which means that uh, a particular package, could be quant mode, has the same function as this, as that date, that numeric. So what will happen is that it will, it will, and it also appears in the base package. So if you're going to use this as that date, what will prevail is the Quantmod package, okay, and not this function from the base package. So that's what we mean by are masked from package base. Okay, so before we continue, let's take a look at what these packages do, and let's comment them out also. So let's take a look at quant mode, at tidy quant first. So we can look at it here under packages, and then tidy. Let's type tidy, and then here we have tidy quant. You can see here that it's checked already, which means that it has been loaded. So let me open this and see what this tidy quant is all about. Let's take a look at the description file. All right. So the tidy quant package, okay, it means tidy quantitative financial analysis. So this is used for financial analysis. The authors are Matt Gancho. Okay, he's the author, creator, and also Davis Vaughn. Okay, he is the author. All right. So this is, okay. We can copy this. Okay, so quite a lot of. If you want, you can copy that here, and maybe just comment it here below. It's up to you really, or you can just the tidy quant. And just fix the I'll just show you how I would usually do this. Okay, for me to have some idea what this tidy quant package is all about. It brings business and financial analysis to the tidyverse. Remember, the tidyverse is also a package which puts together dplyr, ggplot2, per and so many other packages, putting it together in the tidy environment. Okay, I'll explain what the tidy environment is, which is similar to a data frame. Okay, it provides a convenient wrapper. Okay, when you say wrapper, it means it puts together various packages like XTS, Zoo, Quant Mode, TTR, and Performance Analytics package functions, and returns the objects in a tidy, okay, tidy, which is similar to a data frame table format. A table is a data frame in a table form. Okay, so that's what the tidy quant does. Okay, let me illustrate to you some of the functionalities here. Okay, ceiling week, ceiling year, cumulative max. So maybe let's take a look at the some Excel functions. Take a look at this one. So it also taps into the Excel functions. And why don't we use a very popular function here? How about this one, NPV? And so there's this NPV, there's even this IRR, which you learn from your financial management subject. So if I open this NPV, and it will give me that this is the Excel financial math function designed to calculate the net present value, future value, FV, and present value. So quite similar to the Excel functionality. Okay, so this is the usage, this is the syntax. You can compute for the IRR, NPV, future value, present value, the annuity, and the rate. So these are things that can be found in Excel. Okay, and then we have this example below. All right, let's let's copy this. You can run this here. Okay, if I run this here, for example, then it will run it here itself. Okay, you can see here that the NPV is 314, IRR is 0.16. You have the present value, future present value, and then the PMT. Okay, the rate, I think one of this is this is the future value. Okay, so just to copy this, so let me copy this, Control C, and let me just put it here. All right, so let's create this object. Okay, I'll call it CF cash flow. Okay, so I just copied the cash flow and I created this object CF, which is cash flow. Control Enter, and you can see here that the CF is here. It's a numeric vector, and then I pasted the rate. I'll call it maybe R1. Okay, and it's equal to 0.05. Okay, and then I'll run this. So this is your vector, numeric vector, also 0.05. And then we can create the NPV. We can do the NPV. It asks us what the cash flow is. The cash flow is CF, comma. What's the rate? The rate is R1. Okay. NPER we don't need to define because the number of periods is already here. Okay, so we can write this to be null. This already defines this to be time 0, time 1, time 2, time 3, time 4. The negative here indicates that this is an outflow and the rest are inflows. And maybe let's also compute for the IRR. IRR, capital IRR, the syntax. And then cash flow, it's CF. Oops, small CF. Okay, so these are just examples of functionalities that can be found in tidy Quant. Okay, Control Enter. All right, so we have here the net present value and the IRR 0.16, and we say our conclusion is that this project is feasible by virtue of the fact that the weighted average, its internal rate of return, the internal rate of return of this project is greater than the weighted average cost of capital, 5%. Okay, so that's just a quick review of your financial management class. And there are other functions that you can make use of here. Okay, so you can look at this. You can look at this class and then learn from this. And it would be good for you to really, let's say, have a good grasp of the functionalities of of a package like tidyquant. Let's take a look at one more. Let's see here. This is tidyquant mutate. So what does this do? The tidyquant mutate adds new variables to an existing table. Just like the it's just like the dplyr function. Okay, So let's try to see if we have an example here. Yeah, here. Okay. Okay, so where's TQ mutate here? This one. Okay, so first, let's take a look at this one. So we have library. Let's load this. You have already loaded tidyquant. Let's just load dplyr. Actually, if you loaded tidyverse, then dplyr will also be loaded. All right, dplyr is used for data wrangling. It's for manipulating data. All right, here we're creating this object, FD stock prices, FANG. Now, wait, is FANG? I'm not sure about FANG. Anyway, let's just copy this. Let's see what will Control C, Control B. So, have I explained to you what this means, class? Class, have I explained to you what this means? No. Oh, sorry. No? All right. Apologies. Okay, so before we run this, let me put here what this symbol means. Okay. This is called your assignment. Sorry. This is called your pipe operator. Okay. That's the old name. The new name is pipe and then greater than. All right. So this means this is used when you try to manipulate your data. Okay. I'm not sure about this data FANG. Where did this come from? Let me see if it's available in R. I think so. Yeah, FANG is a data that's coming from tidyquant. Since we have already loaded tidyquant, let's first try to see what FANG is. So let's view FANG. View FANG. All right, FANG is a data set that has 32 observations of 8 variables. So this comes pre-packaged with the tidyquant dataset. Let's view this and let's see what this contains. All right, so so this is a data about Facebook. So this is the symbol, the date, the open price, the highest price, the lowest price close, volume and adjusted. We're going to learn how to use this. Okay, so this is Facebook data. Okay, so this is up to 2016, December 30. It does not only contain Facebook, also Google. Okay, why don't we look at the structure of FANG? Okay, so we have, it's a table class. It's a data frame. It's a tabular data frame. That's what a table means. Table data frame. All right, so these are the variables that come with it. Symbol, date, open. Date is date, open, up to adjusted are numeric. Okay, and then let's take a look at the summary function, summary of FANG. All right, symbol. Okay, 432 observations. Okay, can anyone suggest how we can get the frequency distribution for the stocks here? Because if you notice, the symbols are FB. So this is character, no? And if it's a character, it will not give us a frequency count. Any suggestion, class, for us to be able to know how many Facebook, how many Amazon, how many Google observations are there? I think we have discussed that before. Can anyone suggest? Okay. All right, let me just discuss that with you. So let's create this object called fang1. Fang1. And then we want the as that factor. We want the symbol in fang, which is character. Okay, the symbol variable is a character. We want it to be a factor. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay, what happened, class? What happened? What we did here was to create an object. We created this object, fang1. So let's print this. So fang1 is a vector, okay, consisting of the names. If we take the class of fang1, anong class itong fang1? It's a factor. But we don't want that. No? What we want is that we still want to have that object fang, okay? And then we want the symbol. Okay, this is your object fang, right? We want this symbol to be as factor. So this is the wrong way to do it because you were creating this object fang1, which is just a factor of several yung Facebook, yung Google, etc.
Yeah. Ang problema, 20 kilo lang yun. Oh, babayad ka rin. Alam mo, hello sir. Hintayin nyo yung sir may sandro.
Alma, pakimute please, Alma.
Hintayin nyo wala naman yan. Territory.
Okay, so what should we have done about that? Dapat ang ginawa natin, fang, symbol, okay, and dapat as that factor. As that factor, all right, so what are we doing here? Si fang, yung symbol niya, no? Yung symbol na variable, we're converting it as that factor. As that factor yung fang symbol. When we run this, plus, okay, and then let's take a look at the summary. Structure na muna. Structure ni fang. Ano yung structure ni fang? So you can see now that the symbol is now factor. Na-convert na natin siya into a factor. So if we now get the summary of fang, summary na natin siya, you can now see that si symbol, meron na siyang frequency count. Yan, tingnan natin. So si Amazon 1008, si Facebook 1008, si Google 1008, si Netflix 1008. Okay? So nag-separate counting na siya kasi we have converted it into a factor. Kanina, character lang siya. And as you know, pag character lang, anong ibibigay niya sa atin? Pag character lang, yung count lang ng buong variable, ng symbol. Okay, but since we made it a factor, we converted it into a factor by running this code. No? Paano natin kinonvert? Ito. No? Si fang symbol, ginawa natin as that factor, fang symbol. Okay, so when we get the structure of fang, kita natin, si dollar symbol factor na siya with 4 levels. Okay. Let me pause for a while. Any questions? I might be going too fast. Would you want me to repeat something? I would appreciate you chatting. Plus, please chat in the chat box if you were able to follow, or should I repeat a particular portion there? I might have been going too fast. Okay, how about the others? Okay, thank you. Okay, good. Good. All right, so let's go back to our example here. Well, we were just looking at the functionality of tidy quant. So I'd like to discuss this with you so that now you know. All right, so let's copy this code chunk, Control C, and I'll just run this in the console. Here, Control V. All right, let's try to look at this. So we're creating this object called FB stock prices, right? FB stock prices. And remember this is your assignment operator. So we're starting with fang. Now, as I mentioned, this is what we call the pipe operator. So this means you start with fang and then. This actually means, and then, in other words, kumbaga sa Tagalog, pagkatapos, no? So si fang muna, pagkatapos, so ginamit na dito si filter. No? Filter daw. Filter class is used in order to choose among the rows. Kasi di ba ito yung mga rows natin. Choose among the rows using a particular variable. So dito sabi, filter daw, si symbol is equal to FB. So in other words, isasama lang niya si FB. Si Amazon, si Google, yung the others in the symbol will be excluded. Okay? And then ulit, no? So ang mangyayari niyan, after ma-filter si Facebook, so matatanggal na yung non-Facebook, di ba? Kasi si Facebook lang eh. Tapos si date naman ang i-filter. Anong sabi dito? I-filter lang daw si date greater than 2016-01-01. Ibig sabihin from January 1, 2016, tapos comma, date 2016-12-31. O paiklian na lang natin, no? Paiklian na lang natin yung December na lang para mas konti. December 1, 2016 hanggang date December 31, 2016. So we will be generating an object called FB stock prices. Lagyan pa natin dito ng December 2016. Okay? Para alam natin na ano lang to, December 2016, ito yung FB stock prices. Alright? So you can see here the importance of this pipe operator. Kasi pwedeng tuloy-tuloy yung yung function. O simula mo na sa fang. Ito yung fang natin. Pagkatapos, i-filter si symbol, ang ipasok niya si FB. Pagkatapos, i-filter ulit yung date. Alright? So when we run this, we're going to create this object. Okay, so let's see. Let's run this. Ayun, yan o. Ito yung object na to. 21 observations lang. Diba? Kasi, if I click this, di ba, from 2016 December 1 hanggang dito lang siya, hanggang December 30, no? Wala kasing December 31. So we were able to quickly create class this object na na-filter na natin, okay? Na we were able to dissect already and come up with an object that we like. Okay, pause muna ako again. Any questions? Clear ba so far? Paki-chat naman please kung clear. Okay, waiting for the others. Oh, time flies so fast. Grabe, bilis. 1:47 na kagad. Okay. All right, good. Okay, just this one last example kasi I would want you to really appreciate si Quant. Ang dami niyang functionalities. We haven't even got into quant mode din. All right, then here, gaya natin to, no? So this one, okay, ito na yung function ni ano, no? Ito na yung function ni, okay, this one, yung tidy quant mutate. So what does this do? Mutate class, ang mangyayari dyan, magkakaroon tayo ng, pwede tayo magkaroon ng panibagong column. Pag nagdadagdag tayo ng variable, pwede natin gamitin. Okay, so let me copy this, Control-C, Control-V. Tapos, ang gamitin natin yung object natin na create, no? All right. So we're going to use this. By the way, class, may shortcut dito, no? But before we run this, ang shortcut ang shortcut nito, kasi ang hirap i-type, di ba? Percentage greater percentage is Control Shift M for Windows, Control plus Shift plus M for Windows. Kay Mac, Command plus Shift plus M. Okay, sige nga, class, palitan nyo to. Okay. Palitan nyo siya ng i-delete nyo muna. Tapos mag-Control Shift M kayo. Did it work, class? Kindly chat please or unmute yourself. Did it work? Nag-work ba yung Control Shift M? Yung pipe operator natin, which means and then, diba? Very powerful yan, ha? And then, ano susunod na gagawin? So pagkatapos ginawa yung isang step, pwede mong sabihin, and then ito gawin mo. And then itong gawin mo. Kasi dati, class, ang ginagawa niyan, several lines of codes. Ito pwedeng connected na. That's why it's called pipe operator. So parang papasok mo na siya sa pipe na yon, lalabas siya, bagong data na, tapos you do processing ulit, bagong data, so you keep on changing the data. How about the others, please? Bakit dalawa lang yung nag-feedback? Yung iba na, nakuha ba yung Control Shift, M? Or for Mac, it's Command Shift M. May I know from the others, please? Dalawa lang yung nakita ko nag-reply. Did it work? 4 out of 16, that's 25% lang. Okay, how about the others? Okay, good. Okay, sa akin din, okay, Control Shift M, no? All right. Now, bakit iba? Oops. Nangyari? Nag-enter na, no? Wait. Balik ko. Okay, ito na yung bagong ito na yung bagong pipe operator. Okay? Ito yung luma, no? This came from may package na ang tawag Magritte R, okay? Ito yung dating yung package na pinanggalingan ng pipe operator na to. Pero ngayon, kasi mas simple ito, no? So would you like to change your default dito, class? Gusto niyo ganito na rin? Kasi ito na yung bago, hindi na yung ganito. But if you see this, dapat alam niyo rin na pipe operator yan. How do you change? Do you like to change, class, your default pipe operator? Paki-chat naman, please. If possible, class, yung feedback natin, pabilisin naman natin. Okay, change. Sige, change natin ha. Paano gagawin ganito? So you go to Tools, okay, Global Options, and then Code. Tools, Global Options, Code. All right. So if you take a look at this one, dito, ayun no, use native pipe operator. Ngayon, ganito na yung native pipe operator. So it's now the pipe and then greater than. So this should be, dapat yung R natin, 4.1 up, no? So binago na nila, no? So you can click this now. Click and then apply. Okay? All right? Apply natin. Okay? And then try nyo, class. Try nyo. Control Shift M or Command Shift M. Control Shift M. Delete ko siya. Control Shift M. Okay. We now have the new pipe operator. Yan. So updated na tayo, no? Although pag nakakita kayo ng ganito, pwede pa rin yan. It will still run. Okay, pero mas maganda updated tayo. No? Sorry, may message ng Rhea, ano tayo yung online. Sorry na I think na-confuse yung next class ko. Online tayo. Okay. All right. So let's now take a look at this class. So ito yung function natin. I-close ko na nga muna. All right. FB stock prices December 2016. So di ba ito yung object na create natin? Ito yung stock prices lang from December 1 to December 30. And then gagamitin natin tidy quant mutate. So how will this work? Sabi natin, select niyo muna, select the closing prices, and then, okay, gagamit siya ng function, mutate function, by, anong mutate function niya? Period return. So this period return is a function kay tidy quant tsaka kay quant mode, no? Period return, and then hindi maganda yung pagkaano ko. Ay, nag-run na. Sorry. Right, so what happened was, ginamit niya si period return, tapos daily, and then type log returns. Okay, so what happened here? So control enter. Open, high, low, close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. nagkaroon tayo ng, okay, i-view natin. Okay. So let's do this class. Sorry lagyan natin ng panibagong let's just close it FBWeb na. So I'm creating this object called FBWeb, which is magsisimula muna dito sa data na to. Tapos magmi-mutate siya, ibig siya magmi-mutate, gagawa siya ng panibagong column, and ang nasa column na yan yung returns. Okay, let me run this. Andito sa FBWeb. Okay, tingnan nyo, 9 variables na siya, no? Kanina, 8 lang. Kasi, nagdagdag siya. Alright, take a look at this. Yan. Daily log returns. Yan. So, you can easily compute, class. You can easily compute returns, log returns, etc. by using the mutate function. Kasi the mutate function will add a particular column. Dito sabi natin, yung particular column na yan is, okay, is yung period return. Tapos dapat daily. Tapos ang type log. Okay, so I'm sure class medyo na-confuse pa kayo dito sa function na to. But it's okay. Ang importante naman, you're just exploring yung yung tidyquant. Yeah, yung tidyquant na function na object. Okay, so let's now go to, tingnan naman natin si Quantmod. No? So I better go here, packages, dito lang natin na-explore. When you're looking at documentation, mas maganda, it's better for us to look at the, use the packages, and then Quant. Notice na naka-check na siya, kasi linode ko na kanina. Sa inyo din class, dapat naka-load na rin yan. Tapos here, it's Quantitative Financial Modeling Framework. So if we click this, okay, so this is Quantitative Financial Modeling Framework. I'll leave you guys to just comment out kung ano yung laman ng ng Quantmod. Ito yung ito yung mga functionalities niya. Kung marami class si tidyquant, mas marami si Quantmod. Take a look at that. These are functionalities that you can use in order to do data analysis or to perform functions in R. Okay, depende sa kung anong gusto nyong, kunyari, ito, add moving average to chart, add Bollinger Bands to chart. Okay, by any chance, may I have your comments, please? Did you discuss in your investments analysis subject? Nag-discuss ba kayo ng kunyari, directional movement index, technical indicator, Bollinger Bands? Okay, chat nga please kung yes or no. Yes or no lang please? Kung
Sir,
yes.
what was your question, pa? Sorry,
My
I
question
disconnected
is,
for a bit.
did you discuss in your other finance subject, like in your investing ba yun, or whatever subject, pinag-aralan niyo ba, for example, yung behavior ng returns ng isang stocks, and then did you put their Bollinger Bands, moving average?
Yes, sir, I've done that before.
Hindi, yung sa klase nyo, did you, in your classes, no? Naglagay ba kayo ng MA, RSI, Relative Strength Index? What subject yun? Tapos, anong software ang ginamit nyo para, okay, kay Hart, thank you, no. How about the others? So, who was the one who answered a while ago? Sino nagsabi na he did that? In what context? Who was that?
Me, sir, Stephen po.
Stephen, saan mo ginawa yun?
In Excel po, for moving average.
Bollinger Bands.
Yung Bollinger Band.
Mahirapan ka nang gumawa ng it will be so difficult to yung moving average madali lang yun sa Excel, no?
For Bollinger Band, sir, I just used like a so let's say there's a stock and then it's already preset. The website will do it for you po, but I've never done it on my own.
Okay, yung MACD. So ito guys, yung mga technical indicators natin, we're going to learn that. using Quantmod. Okay, Quantmod is very powerful. No? So you can, of course, go to a website, a particular website which deals with this. Pero mas maganda na yung nasa power mo, no? Yung nasa control mo yung paggawa mismo ng mga charts na to. And several other functionalities. So we're going to do that, okay, in using R. All right. So and I leave you guys to look at what the technical trading in R does. Okay, kasi medyo kinukulang na tayo ng oras. Okay, so let's now go here. So we have loaded the 3 packages. I think I should transfer this one. Okay, ito na lang. Control C. Load the 3 packages here. Let me just put this here, Control V. All right. Okay, packages. Okay, dito, siguro lagyan natin ditong install. No? Install packages. I said it's a good practice to always name your code chunk so that later on, when you're looking for a particular code chunk, it will be very easy. You can see here. No? Yeah, install packages, set up, load packages. It will be easy for you to find that particular code chunk. All right. So let's now once again check Control Alt I. Let's check our working directory. Get working directory natin. Let's just check if where our file is loaded. So this one, get working directory, and it's in our project, no? Introduction to Quantmod under the directory FINLYTS K33. Okay, just making sure. All right. So I'll try to see if we can match the lesson kasi umabot na kami dito sa annual prices sa line 9 to 4 dun sa kabilang section. Tingnan natin kung aabot tayo dito. So this is just a write-up on the difference between the price of a security, the price of a stock, and the value of a stock. So the price of the stock can be obtained dun sa stock exchange, sa market, no? So pag sinasabi natin price ng stock, yun yung amount by which you as the borrower, as the buyer, is willing to part off with your money to acquire that asset, that stock. And on the other hand, the price of the stock can also be the price at which the seller is willing to receive that price, okay, to sell the stock. Yung value naman is different because value is derived by doing some valuation techniques, valuation analysis, like discounted cash flows or free cash flow analysis, etc., to be able to determine the intrinsic value of the stock. Okay, so yun ang kaibahan nila, no? Yung value versus price, and investors would usually compare these two to make a decision. For example, if the value of the stock is at 100, yung value, yung intrinsic value, yung computed value, no? And then the market price, the price is, let's say, 94. So which means the stock is undervalued, no? Kasi yung intrinsic value niya 100 or underpriced, to be strict, pero it's selling at the market for 94. So the decision rule will be to buy that stock kasi ang value niya, intrinsic value niya is 100, pero ang market value niya 94. So it's cheap. On the other hand, if you computed for the intrinsic value of the stock and it's at 100, pero the market value of the stock is, let's say, 105, then we say that the price is quite expensive, no, mahal siya. So what can you do? Hold ka muna, wag ka muna bumili, okay? Or if you have that stock, pwede mong ibenta na kasi the selling price is 105, but the intrinsic value is only 100. Okay, so I'm sure you have encountered that concept in your investment subject. Okay. Now, what we want to do now is to get stock prices from the package Quantmod. So the simplest way to do that is let's create this code chunk. And then we can just use the symbol get symbols. So meron tayong function na get symbols. That's why there, no? Ito. Get symbols, this one, and this is from the Quantmod package. So tab. Okay, and then let's simple lang, pinaka-simple, AAPL. Okay, so I'm directing now R to download the stock prices of Apple. Apple is the ticker symbol for AAPL is a ticker symbol for Apple. So if we run this, Control Enter. All right. We now have this object AAPL, and if you take a look at the environment, okay, dito sa data natin, you have this an XTS object. Okay, so let's open this. Okay, so what do you have now? You have now 4,052 entries, 6 columns consisting of open, high, low, close, volume adjusted. So we were able to download stock prices of Apple from this came from Yahoo Finance kasi hindi na pwedeng dati pwede tayong mag-download ng prices from Google Finance pero ngayon hindi na. Okay, so what's different about this this data? If you take a look at the data, there's something different about the data that we used to before. Example, no? Okay, tingnan natin. Let's say data and okay, naalala niyo yung diamonds data? Diamonds data, and then i-view natin to. Sabay-sabay na view diamonds. Okay, let's run this. Okay, ano nangyari? Not found. Bakit? Ay, sorry. My mistake. This should be under ggplot2. ggplot2, sorry, class. ggplot2, i-run muna natin, i-load natin to. Okay? So naka-load na siya, and then balikan ko yung data diamonds and view. Yan, so it will run now. So another lesson here, class. Some packages contain data, but you cannot access that data if you don't load the package. So this is an example. Ito diamonds data set, no? So ang mga variables niya, carat, cut, etc. We looked at this before. The difference between the diamonds dataset and the Apple dataset is that, well, for one, stock prices to. No? Pangalawa, yung index nila. Tingnan si diamonds. Ang row names niya are, diba, integers. 1, 2, 3, 4, hanggang 53,940. Ito yung mga pangalan ng observations. On the other hand, si Apple, ito, no? Ang pangalan niya, ang index niya, yung date mismo. So that's what sets aside, okay? If I take a look at class AAPL, the class of AAPL is, it's an XTS object or a zoo object. Okay, an XTS object, this is an extensible time series. Okay, so this is one of the most powerful time series data. Dati, zoo, no? This is also a time series data, but this has been expanded. Kaya nga ang tawag sa kanya extensible time series. So the XTS object is let's say, quote unquote, more flexible, more powerful than a zoo object. Dati zoo object, no? Tapos in-extend to. Kaya nga meron tayo ngayon XTS object. So between a zoo object and an XTS object, we will prefer an XTS object. Kasi may mga backward compatibility si XTS object on some functionalities of tidyverse. No? May mga functions na hindi mag-work kay zoo na mag-work kay XTS. Okay, so just be aware of that. XTS is the quote-unquote more superior type of data compared to zoo. Lahat ng zoo functions, okay, can be done in XTS, but not all functionalities that can be run in XTS can run in zoo. Yun na lang. No? So, kaya ang tawag sa kanya extensible. Okay, also notice that may mga gaps sa mga dates. Ano? Ito, January 5, 2008, January 5, 2007 pala, and then biglang 8 na lang. That means yung 6 and 7, these are Sundays and Saturdays and Sundays kasi trading data to, no? And walang trading sa sa Saturday and Sunday kaya may mga gaps siya. Okay, so also you can see here, open, high, low, close, OHLC ang tawag sa data na yan, no? Open, high, low, close, and then you have the volume, which is the number of shares traded, and then also the adjusted price. Yung adjusted price, ito yung ginagamit minsan kasi this accounts for changes in the stock price, in stock splits, stock dividends, etc. Okay, any questions so far about this XTS object? Paki-chat naman please kung maliwanag yung pag-explain ko ng XTS object. Class? All right, thank you. I wish the others would also respond quickly. Kasi medyo tumatagal ako dun eh. Naghihintay ako. If you respond quickly, class, then we can cover more. Kasi hindi tayo naghihintayan, no? If you have questions, please feel free to ask those questions. All right, so we can also check the names of Apple. Ito yung mga variables names nila. Okay, so simple lang yung function natin. Okay, so this one, I will not show this to you, but you can look at this. Ito yung documentation ng Quantmod. You can see here yung tinignan natin kanina dito, yung different functions. Okay. So another question here is, anong dates ang na-load? No? Sa Apple, nagsimula siya sa 2007. So last year, kung ginamit mo tong function ng get symbols, ang i-load niya yung 2006. So as you progress, okay, mga 15 years yung dina-download ni R for us. So for this year, pag ginamit mo yung get symbols, magsisimula lagi siya sa 2007. Okay, and then up to the most current one. Ito kahapon, no? February 6, 2023. So the get symbols will, if you're going to use it this year, magsisimula siya sa 2007, January, and then magtatapos siya sa most recent na trading date. All right. Now, of course, you can also, load not only one stock price, but also several. So ganun din, get symbols, and then C. So dapat alam natin yung ticker name niya. Control C, Control B, lagyan natin ng quotes, no? Si Amazon, AMZN, si Google, okay, IBM, Tesla, and then Netflix, kulang, no? Okay, so the good thing about this, get symbols na to, you can download several stock prices at the same time. So dito, Amazon, Google, IBM, Tesla, and Netflix. So if I run this, if I run that, and then pag titingnan natin dito, makikita na natin yung mga, medyo mabagal ang internet ko, no? Makikita na natin dito si Amazon, si Google, si IBM. Okay? All right, for your assignment class, kindly download GSPC is S&P 500. Okay, yan na, no? Amazon, Google, IBM, Tesla, Netflix. Okay, kung titingnan natin yung yung environment natin, andyan na sila, Amazon, Google, IBM, Netflix. These are XTS objects also, extensible time series. Your assignment will be to download this and know what these are. GSPC is S&P 500. SPY is an exchange-traded fund following tracking S&P 500. Si SLIDEN, si JNK, and si CWI. So I gave here some reference which you might look into. Okay. I have 1 more minute. Okay. Now, yung ginamit natin ng code, that's just a simple code. No? Pero we can change the output a bit, no? So ito, no? And I'll end in this. So let's download, let's say, ano ba? Okay, Microsoft, yan, MSFT. So we'd like to download Microsoft. Okay. Tapos, i-identify natin kung saan galing. So source will be from Yahoo. Because there are other sources, no? Hindi lang si Microsoft ang ano, hindi lang si Yahoo ang source. Andyan din si Fred, andyan si Wanda. Okay? So, get symbols, yan si Microsoft, source natin si Yahoo, and then we can define kung kailan yung start. Kailan? 2010, and then January 01, no? January 1, okay, comma, hanggang kailan? To, let's say, 2022, and then 12 and 31. So the whole year of 2010 up to the whole year of 2022. And then we can, ano pa ba? Yun, periodicity, no? Periodicity, okay, so this is a function in the XTS package is equal to, this is something that's powerful because you can download daily prices, pwede ring weekly prices or monthly prices, and then comma, and then ito, lagyan na lang natin auto.assign is equal to true. Okay, when you use this, okay, ano bang mali ko dito? Bakit nag-error siya? Okay, ba't nag-error tong ano, MSFT? Ano yan? Bakit? May space? Bakit mali yung comma ko? Something wrong here? Bakit error? Oh, may X, oh. Or did I? Wala pong letter T, sir. Ay, kaya pala. Thank you, listener. Ayun, get symbols lang kasi. No? So, kita nga, sinasabi niya error. So, kahit anong gawin kung yan, okay na yan. No? Okay, comma, comma here. Oh, wala pa rin. Get symbols. Ay, mali. Dapat, ayan. Okay, get symbols. Function yan eh, no? Function. Okay, get symbols, Microsoft, from Yahoo Finance, starting date 2010 hanggang 2022 December 31, daily data, and then auto.assign is equal to true. Ibig sabihin nun, mag-create mismo si R ng object. No? Siya mismo mag-a-assign. Okay, most probably, ipapangalan niya MSFT. I-run natin to. I-run. Okay, let's see what happened. Ayan, nag-create na siya ng MSFT. Yun na. Okay? Now, kung gusto natin tayo magbibigay ng pangalan, kunyari, MSFT. I just want to use small letters, MSFT. So, gagawin natin, auto.assign should be equal to false. We don't want R to assign it for us. We're assigning it this object, MSFT. No? Okay, if we run this, there you go. Okay, mag-create na siya ng small object, MSFT. Pero pareho lang yan ng kanina. Alright? So it's already time. Let's stop here. So next meeting, we're going to continue with this. So hopefully, class, hopefully you're able to see the power of Quantmod. Get symbols pa lang yan, ha? Get symbols pa lang. Wala pa tayong tinitingnan na ano na yung ibang talagang powerful na functionalities. Okay, let me stop recording now. Okay, did you learn something today? Paki-feedback naman, please.